CBS 21 News begins with breaking news.
The search continues for the two girls on your screen right now, taken from a home in York County, police say at gunpoint. And now police are looking for their father, 42-year-old Robert Vacasa, a former Baltimore County police officer who was let go within the last few months. He is considered armed and dangerous. Good evening, everybody. I'm Joel D. Smith. Tonight we have team coverage of this manhunt and this investigation as it continues. And we're going to start with CBS 21's Nick Volturo, who is live outside one of the schools that for a while the students were kept there for safety reasons, but we have since realized that they have been sent home. So there's initially our good news. Nick, take us up to speed from there.
Yeah, you just mentioned that, Joel D. The students have been told, and they just did make the announcement that all the students have been returned home safely. Now, this frantic search for Robert Vacasa, along with these two missing girls, is continuing here. Now, police are telling us they are expanding all efforts. They have K-9 units, state police choppers, along with different municipalities assisting along with this search. One of the things that they're really keeping an eye on is they do know that this is an ex-Baltimore County police officer with some specialized skills, and they say that makes it even more critical because they have to be able to counter some of his measures. And what they're saying right now is with the temperatures dropping and only going to get colder over the night, really finding these missing girls is critical, especially in the next few hours. We spoke to the police just a little while ago to talk about this search and just how important it is to resolve this as soon as possible.
We're going to use anything to our availability, regardless of what his job is, to make sure that we bring this to a safe resolution. Of course, if he does have some specialized training, we're looking into that to make sure that that we can counter that by any means necessary. That's why we have the assistance of the Pennsylvania State Police. We have K-9s to our disposal that they're on their way out. We're also working with Pennsylvania State Police in the Red Line Borough and the surrounding areas. So we're doing everything we can.
Now, they're also asking the public do everything they can. Now, police say if anyone does see Robert Vacasa or the two missing girls, to please contact 911 immediately. Reporting live in York County, Nick Volturo, CBS 21. Mike, to you.
It's been a chaotic afternoon all across Red Line and Windsor Township as the frantic search continues for two girls abducted by their father, a former Baltimore County police officer. Now, just about 15 to 20 minutes ago, the location where we were standing at, which is about south off of 74, this road here, full of police officers, a dozen to 15 state troopers, York Area Regional Police officers that had their eyes set on a car in which Robert Vacasa had taken at gunpoint from the mother of two children, the two girls in which are his daughters. Let's show you the picture. This is 42-year-old Robert Vacasa in fact, just about a couple hours ago, Baltimore County Police saying that he was a former Baltimore County police officer, rose to the ranks of sergeant, however, was fired in August. Those two girls, 6 and 7 years old, his daughters, apparently entered a home in Windsor Township at gunpoint. He held a woman at gunpoint, then ended up stealing her car. He stole that car along with those two young girls, his daughters, and has not been seen from since, and that was earlier this afternoon. Now, the area where we were, they actually did indeed find that car. We witnessed it being towed away, but about 5:30, all of the police officers, about 12 to 15 of them, left, lights and sirens heading in this direction. For about the past 20 minutes, we've actually spent trying to locate where exactly they went to. We saw a state police helicopter over top. However, at this point, it does indeed seem like the search is continuing. However, there are state troopers all over this area continuing to canvass to look for Robert Vacasa along with those two missing girls. Of course, we'll stay with this story, continue to try to get the latest information and see the whereabouts of where these two girls are. As you saw their picture, if you happen to see them, State Police, York Area Regional Police are begging you to call 911. However, Robert Vacasa is considered armed and dangerous at this point and has high levels of police training. So they say do not try and either go towards him or try to talk to him at all because they just are not sure of his mindset at this very point. Again, Joel D., we're going to continue this, follow this story live here in Red Line. That's the latest from here. Back to you.
All right, very good advice there. And as you just heard, it's an urgent search going on, but a breaking news situation. So we'll continue to give you the updates as soon as they happen. And if you want to check with us a little bit later on, CBS21.com, social media is the place to do it until our next live report. That's the latest right now. Let's head it out to Chief Meteorologist Tom Russell.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and talk weather. It is Weather in Your Health tonight with our friends at Penn State Health Hamden Medical Center. You know, this brand new campus here on the West Shore. You can see it right off of 944. Just a beautiful night to be out here. A little on the chilly side, I got to be honest. Go ahead and take a look at some numbers with me as we've been in the 40s, but it's been a beautiful evening nonetheless. The big weather story, though, warming things up over the next 2 days. Take a look at tomorrow's temperature ride. Once again, we start out in the 30s, but quickly through the 40s, 50s, upper 50s, pushing 60 tomorrow. That's going to feel great.